Good morning. I'm Dale with Shine Pilates. I am on the south shore of Kauai in Poipu Beach, just before sunrise. Um, the angle, we're not going to get quite the amazing sunrises as we've been getting in my other videos if you've watched those, but it's still going to be beautiful and we're still delicious. Um, Today we're going to warm up our spine a little bit. We're going to move our spine through some different ranges of motion, and we're going to work on some planks. One of my favorite things to work on. Let's start with a Z sit position. So I have my shin behind me, and I have my shin kind of parallel to the side of the mat. All right. So opposite hand from the foot that's behind you is going to come to the floor. You're going to bring the opposite hand up and over. So a little bit like our mermaid legs, but different positions on the mat. This would be more of a reformer position for the feet. I'm just going to side bend back and forth. Let's do one more each way. And then we're going to come center. Bring your arms out to a T. We're going to twist to the side and then set your arms down. Could you ask for a little extra rotation as you lift your spine towards the sky? Float your arms up, untwist, and twist to the other side. Set your arms down. Inhale. Ask for a little extra rotation. Float your arms up. Let's do one more each side. Twist. Set your arms down. Lift your spine. Give a little extra twist. Float your arms up. Come through center. Last one on this side. And then come center. Now we're going to do the same thing with our legs in the opposite position. All right. So a little side bend and a little side bend. You'll notice a stretch through the hips as we do this as well. I didn't mention that before, but you're probably feeling it. So breathe into the long, stretchy side. Let's do one more each way. And then come up nice and tall. Stay nice and tall as you twist to one side. Let your arms come down. You get to push into that little twist a little extra with your legs. Float your arms up. Come through center. Set your arms down. Lift your spine. Ask for a little extra twist. You may feel differently when we have our legs on different sides. That's okay. Little twist. Little push. Come center. Last one. And lift yourself arms up. And then untwist. Come back to center. All right. I am on a little bit of a hill here. So it's going to be interesting for me to do some of the things that we're going to do today. You're going to come onto your belly. So we did a little bit of lateral flexion with our side bending. We did some rotation with our twists. Now we're going to do some extension. I'm facing the sunrise. Push into your hands, lift your head, lift your chest, and lower down. Now, the closer your hands are to your body, the higher you're going to be able to come into that back bend. You could start a little more modest with your hands a little bit further away from you. And you don't have to come up as high. You could come up just to your elbows. A little mini swan. Go with your breath. Full inhale. Keep inhaling. When you need to exhale, come on down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Every time you maybe get a little higher. Let's do one more. Lower all the way down. Now we're gonna do um, a little wave through the spine with our plank. All right. So we're gonna do this 2 times. One time on our knees and one time on our toes. All right. So the first one, we're gonna come up into a hands and knee down plank. All right. So you're gonna tuck your tail, or you can tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine, send your hips back, lift your head, puff your chest through your arms, and open your chest. Allow your hips to drop a little, but I want a nice little hug through the front. Nod your chin to your chest, round your spine, send your hips back, lift your head, puff your chest forward. So it's like that extension that we were doing in swan, but it gets a little extra in our plank position. One more like this. And then we're going to reverse. So I'm going to keep puffing my chest forward as I bring my hips back. Then my chin comes to chest. And I round my back as I come forward. Puff the chest forward. Keep puffing forward. Push back with the arms. Nod your chin to your chest. Round your spine. So a little spinal flexion. Puff your chest forward. One more. Send your hips back. Round as you come forward. All right. So if that was challenging for you, if you had a hard time finding that wave through your spine, one direction might be harder than the other. It's okay to do this again from your knees. All right. If you want to join me on toes, join me on toes. All right. So we start in a plank. You're going to nod your chin to your chest, round your spine as you come into your triangle position. Lift your chin, puff your chest forward, and our hips lift, or our hips lower to the floor just a little bit. And do that again. Nod your chin to your chest, round your spine as you put your hips up towards the sky. Lift your chin, extend your spine. Hips come a little lower. One more in this direction. Nod your chin to your chest, round through your back. Open your chin, look forward, extend as you come forward. Now we're going to reverse. Keep that extension. Hips go high. Nod your chin to your chest. Round your back. For some reason in my body, this direction feels better for me. Lift your hips. Keep puffing your chest forward. Then your chin comes to your chest. Round as you come back into your plank. Find a little bit of a flow. And if you find that and you like it and you can go faster, go for it. Let's do one more. Beautiful. All right, set your knees down and let's give your back a little bit of a release. Send your hips back to your heels and take a little break. All right, so if you've been watching my beachside videos, you saw and you did and you got to experience the side body work that we did. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of that today with some legs. All right, so working the side of the hip. Now, 2 options. I'm going to show the more advanced option, but the first option, or I'm going to do the more advanced option, but the first option is creating an L with your body. So my lower legs are the bottom of the L, and my body is that tall part of the L, and I'm in a straight line. All right. So from here, we'd lift our hips, and then we do our leg work here. All right. You know what? I changed my mind. That's the version I'm going to do. We're going to do that version because it's going to be challenging. All right. So elbow is underneath your shoulder, and it's going to stay there. All right. So a little bit of lift from your bottom waistline, and you stay in that straight line. You're going to take the top leg. You're going to reach it long. All right. Now we're going to lift and lower. This should seem familiar. Yep. lift, and lower. Keep lifting through this whole connection from your knee to your elbow. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Reset if you need to. All right. I'm sliding down the hill a little bit. Elbow stays underneath the shoulder. Lift up. Reach the top leg long. We're going to kick forward and press back. And kick forward and press back. So I teased it and then I made a decision not to do it. Is I would be doing this from a full plank position, full side plank position. And I kind of made an assessment for my body in that moment. I said, ooh, that's not for me today. 2 more each way. And that's okay for you to make those assessments and go, that's not for me today. Last one. And come center, lower down. Ooh, 1 more here, and then we get to do the other side. We're going to do little circles, my favorite. My favorite. All right. Pushing into the floor, pushing into the ground, lift up. Reach the top leg long, little circles. Carve out the top of the circle. Keep your hips lifted, switch directions. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set everything down. Beautiful. Take that top leg, your foot in front of your bottom thigh, and take a little stretch here. Look down at the floor. And then come on up. I'm going to adjust my towel, and we'll do the other side. All right. So elbow down underneath your shoulder. Create that L shape with your body. All right. So I'm in a straight line from my knees, hips to shoulders. All right. You could have your top hand on the ground if you needed to, or it's on your hip, or it's up towards the sky. All right. So lift up, reach the top leg long, lift and lower, lift and lower. If you start to get neck strain, look down at your bottom arm. All right. You got it. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a rest. Ooh, this is the side why I decided maybe I can't do this today. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I've been traveling a little bit, not getting great sleep. So sometimes those assessments come in the moment. All right, now it's going to be kicks. So we're going to come up into our side plank, lift the top leg, kick forward, press back, forward and back. You've got it. Try to keep your hips and shoulders from swinging back and forth as you move the leg. 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing. Come center. Lower down. Oh. All right, that stretch is going to feel good. But we've got those circles first. All right. Adjust if you need to. Come up into your side plank. Reach the top leg long. Little circles. Little circles. Switch direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Step that top foot in front of the bottom thigh. Take a little stretch. Woo! You did it. You did it. Nice work. All right, we're going to end with boomerang. It's a little bit of everything with a rollover and a teaser. A lot of fun and some choreography too. All right. So, one of my favorites. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to see how this works on the hill. Cross one ankle over the opposite ankle. Bring your arms up shoulder height. You're going to tuck your tail, round your tail up towards the sky. Hands come down, legs come up and over. Open, switch your cross, roll through your spine. Ooh. Come up into your teaser for your teaser moment. Legs come down, arms come up and around. And we're back at the beginning. Tuck your tail, scoop, hands come down, arms come up and over. Uncross, recross, really articulate through the spine and come up into your teaser. Legs come down, arms back, up and around, like kind of like a butterfly if you're swimming. All right, let's do two more. Tuck your tail, scoop. Let's find a little bit more flow, going with a little bit of speed but control. Last one. Ooh, that teaser's hard on this hill. You got it. Ooh, almost didn't get that one. And restack up nice and tall. Nice work. All right. So, if you're like me, the last couple days, haven't been sleeping well, been in an unfamiliar bed, I get some tension in my neck. So, we're going to end with a little neck stretches. All right. So, come to sit however you want. I'm going to sit in a low kneel. You could sit in a straddle. You could sit crisscross however you want to sit. You could sit up in a chair. All right. So, nice and tall spine. We're going to go through three different positions: side, sniff, and sky. The first one and the second one are easy. The third one's a little hard to find sometimes. If you don't find it, that's okay. So side, you're just going to bring your ear to your shoulder. And it's pretty simple. You're going to feel a stretch on the opposite side of the neck. Soften through your shoulders. You're not pressing them down, they're just relaxed. You're going to feel the stretch move as we go into sniff. So I'm going to bring my nose towards my armpit. You're going to feel the stretch move along the back of the neck. Let the head hang heavy here. Jaw is relaxed. Now you're going to bring your nose slightly down and toward the midline of your body. Now you're trying to look up over the opposite shoulder. Maybe I can see some colors from the clouds. And you should feel a stretch in the front of the neck. If you don't, that's okay. You're being gentle through all of these stretches. Just let your head come into the center, heavy in the center for a moment, and restack your spine up nice and tall. Let's do the other side. So the first two were easy. Going into that side, ear to shoulder. I have to keep telling my shoulders to relax. Sometimes they like to creep up. Sometimes going through a stretch a second time solidifies things a little bit more. So if you feel like going through this series again, you could do that. Let's go into sniff. So bringing your nose towards your shoulder, you feel that stretch move along the back of the neck. And last one, sky. So I'm bringing my nose down towards the midline of my body, and then I'm trying to look at the sky up behind me. You should feel that stretch in the front of the neck. Let the shoulders relax and jaw relax. And then let your head hang heavy one more time. Take a moment with your head heavy here. Gather through your pelvic floor. So your pelvic floor lifts up, low belly pulls in. I want you to inhale, fill your lungs like you're filling a helium balloon. You're filling yourself up and you float up towards the sky. Nice work. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.